Hey, what's up guys? This is Astranox. We got the patch notes. I have the stream summary, what's coming up in Epic 7. We got Landy, the limited Earth Ranger. I'll talk about her. I'll talk about change to Free Spirit Tieria after these patch notes. I'll go through them real quick. And there is a lot of exciting stuff, guys. So new artifacts as well, new rate up banners for the coming weeks. So we have official simplified Chinese language here. You can go in the menu and change it up. We got episode 3, chapter 2, West Policia. And more sky stones, MolaGora from completing the 3-starring all the stages. And you can get a random 4-star artifact for completing all of these missions here. Very nice. And you'll know more about the story. Policia here, you got the trust level increase missions. You increase the trust level, you can buy the item in whichever chapter, but in this case it's the chapter 2, and this is health set boots. And here are the stats. Well, I mean, hopefully then you dodge the crit chance. If not, well, maybe use them on a slow bruiser hero. Well, good luck guys with your rolls. Hopefully you get some high values. And new hero here, of course, Last Rider Krau. I'm going to be showcasing Last Rider Krau on my 3rd account on the Europe server. So stay tuned for that. I have the Mystic Medals saved up and everything. The skill ups will be done. Can't wait to try him out, man. Oh, man. Just gives me like Tron vibes. Really cool design. Really digging it. And he's a light knight. I reviewed him. I gave you guys my thoughts before. And I would say, like, if you play with bruisers, if you like slower gameplay, if you want to tank cleaves, you want to tank players that go for big damage in World Arena, in Arena, whatever, Guild War. I mean, he's a hero you can use in multiple areas of the game. I mean, when it comes down to PvP, you can set him on your defense, you can bring him in offense. He's going to be great. He's going to cycle quick with the speed buff on skill 1. Could have him on a counter set as well. He deals damage based on his max health. His passive gives a team-wide barrier when you get hit with an AoE, which is pretty solid. I mean, the barrier is not that thick though. It's not that strong, not that powerful. He's going to be very reliant on skill ups, of course. And skill 3, man, it's like Ice Krau. You horse, but it's not one target. It's the whole team. He can be at max health. He will deal damage based on his max health. It penetrates damage of the target, so it's pure damage. You cannot land a critical hit with this. You do grant immunity for the whole team and including yourself for 2 turns. Very, very strong. And cooldown decrease here. You got cooldown decrease from the passive as well. So when you receive an attack that hits everyone. So it's a very strong hero. Hard to obtain, of course. Now's your chance from the Mystic rotation. But wait up for my showcase of Last Rider Krau to really make sure that you want this hero. So I'll be reviewing him after I try him out, so stay tuned for that, guys. So we got Says and a new artifact, drop rate up, and the artifact is here. Actually, I'm gonna talk about this after the patch notes because I have all the pictures from the stream and I prefer to do it when we get there. So let's just go through this quickly here. We got Ludwig and Time Matter, an old artifact. And I'll give you guys my thoughts about these banners when we get to the stream summary. Free Spirit Tieria improvement. Yes, I mean, that's huge. If you have skill ups into her, you are getting all of those MolaGora, the gold, and the catalyst refunded. Love it because I have my Free Spirit Tieria on account 1 at plus 15 skill ups. So I'm going to be getting some skill ups for upcoming hero, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Japanese media pack update for Lilius, LQC, and Riolet. We got other improvements and adjustments. I'm not gonna go through all this through this, but here you got 2 5-star hero summon pack, and you can After you log in, after the update, you got 3 days to decide if you want to purchase this, or after you complete episode 2, chapter 1010, you get this limited offer for 3 days. I mean, you will eventually get RGB 5-star heroes. You'll get most of them, you know, later down the line. You could look out. It could be duplicate, could be just memory imprints. I mean, I wouldn't go for that. Leaf's energy is way more important, but you know, it's up to you really. So what else here? I don't think there's major updates. If I'm skipping something huge, just let us know in the comment section, guys. So yeah, let's oh yes, we got the side story. This is a preview for Thieves Under the Light of the Full Moon. I got pictures about that and rewards, what type of gear we're gonna be getting out of this side story. Exciting stuff, guys. Okay, let's do it up right now. All right. The stream summary we got here, chapter 2, West Policia. Here are the boots. We saw that before. You know, I like the background design. It's really nice. And here it is, Free Spirit Tieria, skill enhance improvements. They're basically saying that you're gonna be getting your, like I said, gold, MolaGora, and catalysts back if you invested into this hero. She's amazing, an amazing hero. Everyone gets this hero. She's elemental neutral. She deals quite a bit of damage, man. Check out my showcases of ML Tieria, Free Spirit Tieria. She kind of hits like a truck with the soul burn on S3. She got defense break, attack break, immunity. Just an amazing hero, and you can definitely farm with her and do a lot of content with this hero. This is actually really hype, man. A plus 15 skill up without needing to invest MolaGora is huge, man, at the start of the game. You can now get her after clearing 2-10. To clear, you clear 2-2. You get her before now. You get her sooner, and she's plus 15 skill ups. That is insane. Okay. Mystic Summon rotation, of course, Last Rider Krau. He's going to be paired with Celestial Mercedes. I'll try to do a showcase of Celestial Mercedes. I got her on my first account. She's plus 15 skill ups. I've been using her a lot in the past. You can check my old videos of her, but I'll do a refreshed one for you guys. So the bat, I mean, it's going to be for 3 weeks. That's the rotations now. And drop rate up, we got says here, he's not limited, guys, but this artifact maybe you want to pull for it, which I don't recommend because we actually have a limited hero that's coming, so I wouldn't go for it. Says there's no reason to pull for says, guys, unless you're like you really want this husbando. But yeah, Manica of Control. This increase your hit chance by 20%. And your critical hit chance by 15% on a single attack. So yes, hit chance is nice, you know, to counter evasion. Or if you are at elemental disadvantage, you're fighting I don't know, in his case, he's ice, you're attacking earth, then you got, you know, instead of having the 50% miss chance because of elemental disadvantage, it's going to go down to 30%. But I mean, there's other heroes that could put this artifact to better use compared to says. So yeah, I mean, the crit chance has good value too. I wouldn't pull for that. You might just stumble upon it later on. Might be in the powder shop rotation as well. Drop rate up for Ludwig. He's a very strong cleaver. He attacks everyone, penetrates defense if he has invulnerability buff as well. You pair him with Blaze Dingo, Fire Akates. You pair him with Crimson Armin. So different ways to go about it with this hero. He has invulnerability on his own skill number 2, which he can use, and then into skill 3 for the big cleave. So he has crazy base attack, but he's not limited, guys. You might get him later down the line. Ludwig is not so meta, and he needs the right setup too. So yeah. Okay, this is the side story. This is a picture. There is a video on the official Epic 7 channel showing like sort of like an animation for this side story. It's pretty hyped. So I'll show you guys the gear in a second here. So Thieves Under the Light of the Full Moon. You can see there's a lot of stuff here. There's a new 4-star artifact. We got MolaGora Go, which translate into 4 MolaGora. Very nice. You can exchange that. And actually MolaGora goes out of the game. Now you just exchange it to MolaGora. I mean, it wasn't removed from the game. You will get Gold Transmit Stone. There's some gear, which I will show you guys the stats. It's pretty nice, man. Free gear can be overpowered, man. Can be really good if you get lucky with your rolls. This is the new artifact, Moonlight's Vestige. I don't know if I pronounced this right. We got 4-star Earth Silk here in the background with Crescent Moon Rin on the artwork of this artifact, and this increases defense and effect resistance of all allies by 5%. I wouldn't be using this unless you're really desperate to try to stack that defense and effect resistance. If you're starting out, maybe you don't have too many artifacts, which you do get a lot of random 4-star artifacts throughout, you know, the adventure as you progress and on recorded history. So yeah, anyways, you could, I guess, use that to increase your survivability at the very start of the game, or you're desperate to stack these stats, but you wouldn't really use that, to be honest, later on. Thieves Under the Light of the Full Moon. Actually, you will be using this during the side story because you get more event currency. That's the biggest purpose of these artifacts, is to get more event currency. And they were saying in the stream that this is going to be a long side story, maybe a 3-week one, do they say here? So it's going to be quite interesting, and the rewards are very nice as well. This is a must. You have to do the side story. These items can roll very well, guys. Maybe you're unlucky, but maybe you end up with you get really lucky with one of these pieces. And to be honest, like all this gear, to be honest, like you can use that for PvE content and just keep your best gear for player versus player PvP content later on. So you got a weapon here, you got a helm on a hit set. It's pretty nice. You got effectiveness here, crit chance. It's nice. And the crit chest, that's nice. That's really good. Crit chest, probably one of the best with the immunity necklace. The boots attack percentage, you're using speed main stat boots in PvE content, really. But if you want to hit really hard on maybe on a farmer, you could go with a crit pair of boots if they roll well. It really depends on the rolls. But this necklace, defense percentage, if you can dodge the crit chance, then like that would be really solid. It really depends how high your values are when you're rolling 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. But that's good. That's good. You could have an immunity set for PvP. So here, drop rate up for Tenebria. And this artifact is interesting. You know, she's not limited, but Tenebria is used in control teams in PvP. Actually, quite cancerous hero in terms of like controlling power in PvP. She's gonna be up for a week. That's the deal with repeating heroes that were already part of the game that are not limited. It's a 1 week time. Crimson Moon of Nightmares. So this artifact increases dual attack chance by 14%, which is, it's pretty good for herself. But Tegil's Ancient Book, gives you more options, because you get those souls at the start of the battle. When it is not the caster's turn, increases effectiveness by 40%. So like together, that's quite interesting right there. I mean, let's say you put that like, I don't know, on a hero, right, with Unity or Unity sets, you could inflate your dual attack chance pretty high. With Infinity Basket too on the team on the range, I don't know, you could do some pretty crazy stuff. I'm just thinking about Spectre Tenebria that used her skill 3 already, and she has, let's say, that on herself, and maybe Unity or Unity sets plus Infinity Basket in the team, or I don't know, man. When she attacks 2 targets with her skill 1 plus the Soul Burn, it's crazy, man. It's crazy when you get lucky with the dual attacks. So we got drop rate up for my boy Fire Can. He's actually really good for Guild Wars, but in PvE content, yes, of course, he's amazing in Golem. But Golem is not a place you want to farm. The set values are not that high. Unless you really want to complete these sets, you want to replace some free gear, attack sets, something like that. that were given to your order of these sets. We got a new artifact with him, Samsara Prayer Beads, and this artifact increases 40% chance each to increase your effect resistance and defense for 1 turn at the end of the turn. So are these the effect resistance buff and defense buff? If that's the case, it doesn't say grants you the effect resistance and defense buff, but if they are the buffs, defense buff is 60% defense increase, and effect resistance buff, I think it's 60% as well, or 50% effect resistance increase. I don't think it's the, or it could be a passive increase of like 30% each or something like that. That I'm not too sure, but to be honest, like it's underwhelming. He's not limited. Fire can, he's not in the meta so much anymore, or I mean at all basically. But Guild War offense, you can definitely put him to good use there, but still limited usage out of him. Faithless Lytica epic skin from World Arena, guys. That's her. Yeah, that's the design right now, how she could look like. So it's pretty nice, and they will unveil, her animation later on, the final, design at a later time. And you need to reach Master League or higher in World Arena, the current World Arena season, Endeavor season. And it's not so hard. You can just grind it out. Even if you lose, you could grind. You could just grind, and even with like a 40% victory rate, you could reach it, or even maybe lower too. So this will cost quite a bit of skin tickets whenever it's available in the shop. Right now, the skins, the heroic skins, are 60 skin tickets, right? But when they're gonna add the epic skin of like Spectre Tenebria and Faithless Lytica later down the line, we don't know how long it's gonna take. Maybe multiple months. But expect the cost to be higher because these are epic skins, guys. So I'm thinking that the cost is going to be like 100 skin tickets or even higher. So yeah, if you do have Faithless Lytica, or if you feel like you're going to be pulling her later down the line, then there you go. I would definitely try to get that. So Landy, new limited Earth Ranger. Thank God she's not ice. Thank God she's not fire. Fire would be terrible because of Seaside Bellona. Can she help against Seaside Bellona? Is she going to be good in the current meta? Let's just look at her skills and I'll give you guys my thoughts about Landy. So in terms of design, really cool design. I'm really digging it. So here you can see artwork of this hero. And I really like these backgrounds, man. This is in the new chapter, episode 3. And we're gonna see here her stats. So, okay, her stats, she's Leo star sign, memory imprint real quick, 18% attack for herself. So yes, attack is important for this hero. She's a damage dealer. Effect resistance for top and back position, 17.4%. So in terms of attack stat, it's not the highest, but it's pretty good. It's it feels like it's higher than average here. In terms of health, that is actually very high. Speed is, it's pretty solid amount of speed, 112. Defense could be average for Rangers, not super high, not low too, 553, it's not bad. Crit chance at 23%, that's very welcome. Crit chance is hard to stack and it has good value, so it's not that 15%, so that's good. And let's look at her skills here. Skill number 3. Okay. This is an AoE attack. This attacks everyone, okay? And then you get speed buff for 2 turns, so that's good. This is on a 4-turn cooldown after skill ups. The soul burn for 10 souls increases the damage of this skill 3. We don't know how much damage it's gonna deal. We have some screenshots. I will show you guys how much damage she's dealing, but there's some reasons why it's that high. Talk about that in a second. When Fighting Spirit is full, because she starts with 50 Fighting Spirit because of her passive at the start of the battle. When it's full, when it reaches 100, it consumes all Fighting Spirit to increase the damage dealt. We don't know how much damage will be increased because of that, so I'll talk about her damage multipliers later on. Probably like tomorrow it's gonna get revealed, so I'll probably cover that after I do my showcase of Last Rider Krau. And increase combationess of all allies by 15%. But this is when her Fighting Spirit is full, guys. At 100 Fighting Spirit, Spirit, you consume all of it, increase the damage, and increase the combativeness of all allies. So you cannot use her as a, let's say, first or secondary combativeness booster for your team because you need to have 100 Fighting Spirit for that to work. This skill cannot trigger a counter attack. This is huge on an attack that hits everyone. Counter attacks are everywhere, man. Elbrus Ritual Sword, counter set. It's quite ridiculous. But Seaside Bellona, hero that built focus to activate an AoE attack, she will still do her counter attack. You cannot avoid that. 30% damage increase from skill ups, and yeah, that 4-turn cooldown after skill ups is pretty solid. She's going to be able to go quite fast. She's going to be able to lap the enemy team because she's got speed buff, and her skill 1, which I'll talk in a second, boosts her combativeness as well. So you can see here, she does have greater attack buff from her limited artifact. So that's a condition that is met right there to boost her damage, 75% attack increase. So keep that in mind. And her damage, I'll talk about her passive. Actually, I should talk about her passive here first. Look at this. Okay, increases her attack by 10% after skill ups. After attacking, it stacks up to 5 times. You can get 50% attack increase out of this, which is completely insane in long battles, right? Long battles in PvP or PvE content, that is a lot of attack increase, guys. If you add attack buff or greater attack buff, this is quite insane. At the start of the turn, gains 10 Fighting Spirit for each buff granted to an enemy. So for every buff at the start of your turn, you get 10 Fighting Spirit. So if they have 10 buffs, you're getting 100 Fighting Spirit. That's insane. That is insane. So because it resets the cooldown of her skill number 3. So she can just keep on doing an AoE attack that keeps attacking everyone. So that is quite dangerous, quite devastating. Starts the first battle with 50 Fighting Spirit. So at the start, you'll at least have that 50. So if they have immunity, and if they have, let's say they have a Fallen Cecilia on the enemy team, then that's barrier from Fallen Cecilia, plus that's immunity set if they have it. So that could be, 4 heroes, 8 buffs. So you could reach, yes, you could use her as a combat unit as booster if you're sure that they have those buffs. So if Fallen Cecilia is on their team, then you're guaranteed to get 40 Fighting Spirit, at least if they don't have immunity. But most players at least have 1 immunity set, especially if they're using Fallen Cecilia. So here you can see that, yes, it's 10% attack increase after skill ups. So in a long drawn out battle with, let's say, in World Arena with the Frenzy stacking up, this is going to be very, very dangerous. A lot of damage. But let's go back to this here, because now you understand how it works. She's getting that 50% attack increase at 5 stack because of her passive. So she's got greater attack buff, 75% attack increase because of that. Now, look at how many buffs they have, right? The enemy team has, I believe it's 11 buffs. And this is a perfect scenario right here because she's landing critical hits on everyone, and they have the anti-crit buff that reduce your chance to land a critical hit by 50%. And you can see increase attack by 5% on herself. That means she's got the 50% attack increase already stacked up. They've been fighting before this this short clip, and yeah, she stacked that to 5. So she's got that. She's got her artifact that triggered, which I'll talk in a second. So she's got the crit attack buff because of that, because they have a bunch of buffs. And yeah, the damage seems to be, it's okay. It's okay. There's 3 ice heroes, so you have elemental advantage. You're dealing 10% more damage when you're earth versus ice. So keep that in mind as well. But yeah, let's move on here. The passive, and here, what is this? This is, you can see her artifact. She's getting the greater attack buff. It's called Wall of Order, that artifact. And we'll talk about that in a second here. Skill 1, combat units increase by 15% after skill ups. And the effect is doubled when the enemy has a buff, when the enemy is buffed. So if you have her on a counter set, then you have more chances to get that, combat units throughout the battle. So that's very powerful. You could have her on speed. You could have her on multiple sets. There's going to be sets being released to counter, bruiser meta, slow battles, the current stall teams. So I feel like it's going to be a defense penetration set. Nothing is set in stone, but it's to fight the bruiser meta. So yeah, there's going to be some more sets in the game in not too long. And that's her single target attack here, 9,000. But she's got the 50% attack passive from her passive stacked up. She's got greater attack buff. She's attacking an ice hero that might not be that tank. Actually, she's got defense buff. She's got defense buff. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, she had to stack up that passive. And because every time she attacks, right, she gets one stack. So you have to keep going. You know, you can't just stack that passive like instantly. You have to go like a bunch of times. And that's the artifact right here. So a limited ranger artifact with her, Wall of Order. This thing is quite something though. At the start of the turn, for each buff granted to an enemy. So let's say the enemy team has 10 buffs, right? You got this thing maxed out, let's say 80% chance to grant the caster greater attack buff for one turn. So yeah, if they have a lot of buffs, that's very, very dangerous. Not only for herself, but other rangers in the game could use this as well. After using an attack that targets all enemies, increases combat units of the caster by 10%. So if the enemy team has a lot of buffs, then you pick her. She's not going to be a hero you're going to be picking first in World Arena, but yo, she's just going to be like a really, really dangerous, pocket pick this hero, and just like you're gonna destroy the enemy team if they don't have fire heroes. But there is quite a few issues with this hero, of course, like Arbiter Vildred, you know, she's gonna get destroyed unless you build her tanky, which you probably want to do in most cases. Like Kairon is gonna be the bane of her her existence, so there is that to worry about. But you know, you could be banning before the pick phase, you could be banning during the ban phase as well, the problematic heroes, and you could pick her last. But yeah, other rangers could put this thing to good use. If your attack buffer gets banned in the World Arena, you could have a greater attack buff because of that. But yes, I mean, you could be using her with Rhaengar's special drink as well, and you could be dealing a lot of damage. I want to give you guys more thoughts about this hero in a separate video, but she's going to be quite interesting. I'll be showcasing her. I'm not 100% sure yet where I'm going to be pulling her. I'm not going to have the MolaGora on. Actually, I'm going to have the MolaGora because of Free Spirit Tieria refund of the MolaGora on account 1. So I could be pulling on account 1. I need to do secret shop refreshes to get a bunch of Covenant bookmarks. I have enough Skystone, definitely have enough gold for that. But I still have to think about where I'm going to be pulling this hero. But I feel like the battle has to last a long time, so you need to make her decently tanky, guys. So with the great attack buff from that artifact, the passive attack increase, her great stats, you're going to be able to still deal quite a bit of damage, especially with Frenzy stacking up in the World Arena. So you don't need to go full on offense with this hero. You could, build some bulk on her, have multiple layers of protection, Aureus, barrier, you could have adamant shield, you could have defense buff, and just have her stay in play, because if she's dead, I mean, she's not going to be doing anything for you. But yes, it's great. She's Earth, a ranger, some solid ranger artifacts. That kit is going to be very devastating. Like if you bring her against a team that has a lot of buffs, which is pretty dominant right now in the meta with the stall teams, they are heavily relying on the buffs, and just the immunity set at the start of the battle. Fallen Cecilia, that's 8 buffs already. So that's an easy way for you to just get that fighting spirit and get that damage increase and get that CR push at the start of the battle. So that's pretty interesting. And the fact that you cannot trigger a counter attack against her when she used that, and she's going to be using it quite often versus teams that rely on many buffs, then like she could just use that skill 3 so often, and it's just going to destroy them. Like, this is not like a pure speed cleave team at the start of the battle, but she can build up real quick. She's gonna get that momentum real quick, and she's gonna snowball really hard. So she's a limited hero, and of course, limited heroes, they are not must pulls, but this hero, her damage is way simpler than Holiday Youth. You don't have to rely on burn mechanics. So I would say that, I would say like pull for this hero. She's limited. Luna is probably going to be like the next limited hero. Luna, I don't even use her, like, okay, waifu, but like in terms of like usability, yeah, her time has passed. She needs an exclusive equipment. She needs a buff, something. There's going to be a buff balance adjustment actually this Friday. I'll cover that. Maybe Luna gets buffed. I don't know, but we'll see. And then the big hero that you need to pull for is DN. DN's the Soul Weaver. If you don't have her, you need to save after Landy for her, and don't chase for artifact, guys, even limited ones. I mean, you can just have an attack buffer in the team, and you could be using Rengar Special Drink or other you know, Ranger artifacts. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments section. Are you going to be pulling for Landy? What do you think about her skills? Do you think like she's gonna be impactful in the game? In terms of PvE content, she's actually gonna be very devastating in Banshee, and since the battles are longer in PvE content, I can't wait to see how much morale she brings to a team in the raid, how much damage she's going to be able to do throughout the battle. But I feel like it's going to be quite crazy, very, very crazy. And definitely, like in terms of usability, like you can be using this Landy hero in multiple areas of the game, no problem. Even more so than Holiday Euphine. So this is very good news right there. Landy will be available. So they're saying here, limited summon starting on the 24th of September, guys. This is a limited banner for 2 weeks with her own artifact. Get ready, guys. So yeah, let us know your thoughts about Landy in the comment section, and other things part of this update and coming update, like all the banners coming up. Are you going to be pulling for any of these heroes? Let us know, guys. But I'm really hyped about Landy. I'm going to have to figure out which account I'll pull her on. Might go with account 1 if I feel like she... yeah, this could be interesting. I really want to push her damage, man. I want to try out a bunch of stuff like always, guys. But that's going to be it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all you do. Check out my other videos. They are showing up on the screen now. Check out my playlist. Check my second YouTube channel, Astranox Gameplay, for extra Epic 7 gameplay videos. Join my Discord server. Link is in the description. Over 2,000 members. And yeah, I mean, good luck with all you do. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And peace out for now.